Well, me and God's relationship starts when I was born. you know, I was told from the beginning that I had a gift. You know, even when I couldn't understand what was being said to me. My mom, as a baby, there's these rituals in the Christianity community where you hold the baby up and you get a Christian. And my mom said that she put me up and asked God to just pour blessings of gifts down towards me because she knew I was bound to be a musician because she said all during the pregnancy, every time music was being played, I wouldn't sit still, and I was it made her pregnancy very difficult. Sorry, Mom. But so that's where it starts, and at a young age I knew I was different because I was the kid that wanted to play drums, and the rest of the kids wanted to go outside and play. I wanted to hear music. I knew I was a little different. I didn't think I was weird, but I thought I was definitely different. And so in that, I would, find myself always, around my mom when she read the Bible or when she was writing songs. She was meditating to create these songs and in meditation. And so I was always, in a sense, intrigued by spirituality. I was a kid. I didn't know what it was. I was hearing these things, but nothing resonated, until I got a little older. And I had these guys who were like mentors of mine, and they would say, just stay humble, let your gift make room for you, and keep God first. And I was like, okay, keep God first. And as I got older, I kind of developed what that meant for me. It might have meant something else, but for me, it just meant always include Him, always include God. Pray as soon as I wake up and say, thank you for allowing me to see another day. Thank you for allowing me to have a gift to share. And because I immediately knew that because I was different, because I was measuring myself to other musicians and their levels, and I was like, well, there's really nothing that separates me from being on that level, or but God, this must be a special thing. So I'm not gonna mistreat it. I'm gonna take advantage of it. The opportunities that I have from it, and I'm not gonna exploit it. I just want to help. Share it. I know it's not mine for myself, so I want to share it. So those are the things that I kind of set myself from the beginning to do. But in this journey, I found out early on that the more I was that way, the more doors opened, and the more, and being a Christian and growing up in that environment, sometimes you have opportunities that you're not sure whether you should do, and so when I hit a brick wall as to what I thought I should be doing, I would always pray to God and ask Him to give me signs as to whether this is right for me, whether this is to fulfill my purpose. And I immediately would know the answers, and I was like, oh, okay, so this is how this works, My mom told me to pray to God, but now I understand for myself that this is a necessity for my survival. And I started realizing that, okay, I just used Him for these moments. I didn't really have Him in my life for anything other than these stumbling blocks. And so I was like, well, that's unfair. I need to really get to know who this person is in my life and what the meaning of God to me is. And in the Christian world especially, there's a lot of distractions to that. There's a lot of the way the church is structured. It's hard to just get to that. So I started just trying to detach myself from any distraction and trying to really develop a relationship with God. And it was so easy to get to know him and get to know who he was, because I didn't have to. I was just going to church, but I didn't have to go to church to get to him. Church was just a fellowship and a way to collectively worship, but it wasn't a way to get to him. So my journey with God has been ongoing, still here. He has protected me in a lot of situations. And I mean, there are certain things that have happened to me that I know no human could do. So it solidifies and it puts a stamp of approval on who he really is to me in my life. And I kind of just go by that. I kind of like make sure that I acknowledge him in the things that I do, subtly and vocally too. I don't consider myself a preacher by any means. I don't want to be that. I want to be a person that inspires. I want to be positive. I want to, but God's love is on me, and I'm more of an advocate of showing people, and not always doing this, but showing people the love that I have and God's love that's on me. Because I think a lot of times, when you talk, you kind of, sometimes people miss the intent. They miss the intentionals of what you're trying to say or convey. And but they don't miss it when they see it, when it comes from your heart and they feel it. They feel those things. It gets there, and then God does the rest. Whatever he wants, you to spread and share, you do it through your actions and your spirit, and then God comes in and he does the rest.